take some
Well, introduce yourself.
Yeah.
You introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Councillor Tabley Chapman. I'm the Council for the Springfield Ward. I'm also the Vice Chair of the Health Obvious Scrutiny Committee. So I'm also Chair of the Auburn Constituency. So if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to try and answer.
I'm Peter Douglas Osborne. I'm one of the councillors for the Wheeling Ward. I'm Chairman of the City Planning Committee. And believe it or not, as you can tell from my lack of hair, I was around in the 1960s. So I do remember the protests we had then. They were somewhat wilder in France, as they aren't so much today. But some of the things we were dealing with then, which was the war in Vietnam, have, I think, certain resonances with what's happening today. More importantly, though, if I can just mention here that I'm one of these people who originally paid for his course. I did mining engineering at Newcastle University, and I worked all the hours God sent us, like most people. And I've had 2 further degrees, both of which I paid fully for in terms of fees. Now, that doesn't mean to say I'm not sympathetic, but it does mean to say that I know about the economics of how you fund education, and you can't do it for free. And somehow, we've got to work out some way that people who are out there, who are working all the hours God sent them, in order to pay for various of their perfectly legitimate expenses, will also be asked to pay for education as well. And like most things, there's a balance as to what is possible in order to try and achieve some degree of fairness, and that's really what we should be after at the end of the day. Now, as you probably know, I'll speak up for the Liberals here.
No, you don't have to. I mean, at the end of the day, first and foremost, can I say what Big Clegg has done is right? And the answer is no. He made a promise before the election, and unfortunately he took a complete U-turn. Am I happy with that? The answer is no. Was there a need to do that? I think in some circumstances the answer is yes. I look at you guys and I see my children where you are now. I've got 4 boys. At the end of the day, they didn't have to probably be in the same situation you guys are in another 10 years' time. Can he justify what he's done? To a certain degree, I think what we're going to look at is when the majority of you probably end up about 30 to 40 grand worth of debt by the time you find employment. At this particular moment, you're going to have to start paying when you're earning 15,000. Now you start paying when you're earning 21,000. Now, you will have a lot more leeway in terms of how much you will have to spend when you've got an education, when you've got a degree to get a decent job. If you're not going to earn 21 grand, you're not going to get to pay it back. And if you're somebody who's self-employed, well, you might have to pay it back because you say probably you earn less than 21,000. I mean, the thing for me is how universities get in placements. That probably is a big issue. I think where you are now, you have every right to be here and demonstrate. That's your prerogative. As long as they're peaceful and we get the results we want. But I think what we have to do is understand the logistics behind why we're doing what we're doing. It's not how are we here, how do we get here? We've had years and years of false economy, living off money that we've never had. Right? But it's a fact.
Right, I'm just going to, before we spin you along the party line, I mean, I think it's right. I think it's I just want to put in, and then we'll open it up, because, you know, they put their side of it here, and I don't think there's many in this